Hello everybody. Welcome. I'm Ed. Welcome to DC's workshop. I'm working in the shop today. And I'm making a fixture because a lot of times I take stuff off I take my vise off the table and I'll mount stuff straight to the table and have to work on it. So, and sometimes you'll see once I get done with this little fixture I'm making. It's not a drill table. It's not like that. It's not like that. I got one I want to do, but I got to lay it out and everything else to do it. Okay, I won't chuck in the vise and let it go with that. All right, I got to drill some holes in it and everything else, and we'll come back and I'll show you what it is. All right. Hello, my name is Ed. Welcome to my shop. A lot of times I take my vise off my mill and I work directly onto the table, and sometimes I need to square up a part or something, but I need a fixture so I can do that. I made one when I was working in big shops and everywhere else, and we had big mills, Bridgeports and everything. So this one here, the teeth, the slots are a little different, so I still got my part, and I'm going to fix it to where to fit this mill. Okay, so just hang out with me and we're going to get started on this. Alright, first thing I got to do, what I'd like to do is indicate this hole in the best I can. Alright, my slots for this mill is 3.562 apart. Okay, these holes here are a lot bigger. These holes here are about 5 inches apart. So see, I gotta have another hole somewhere around about here. Right about there. Alright. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna indicate this hole in, pick it up. Okay? And then I'm gonna move down to here. Down here, I'm gonna get in the center. Well, I'm going to pick this hole up, come down here and do this one. What I'm going to use is socket head cap screws. So they fit right in there perfect, and these here. But I'm going to come in here. I don't have that thing there. Probably, guide. So I'm going to have to find me an end mill to do that. The first thing I'm going to do, I got to put a 1/2 inch hole in it, or a little bigger than a 1/2 inch. And then we got to fix this. I'm going to pick up this hole here. I got to pick up this hole. Now I'm going to move down and put my hole in here. This backside surface here is ground. I ground one side of this block flat. So when I indicate it in, this is cold roll. When I indicate in, that way it's not wavy or whatever. Then won't stock fit. I want it surface ground. I done that a long time ago. And then I put a pit, and I put a step in on the bottom. I'll show you that in a little bit. But I'll just show you that. When we get started, I'll quit talking. Okay, that's close enough right there. Yep. That's close enough right there. Finally got it. That's close enough. Right there. Within a thousandth of that hole, and that hole is not cut right. I think I just took an end mill and went through there so I can get a hole. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check and see if I got an end mill. That's 3/4. Exactly 3/4. Okay? And then I have to go down a 1/2 inch. Okay. Alright. First, we're right here. Let me set my dials over here especially. Knock that down. I'm going to find me a 3/4 inch end mill. reground. I'll check and see. Yep, it's 3/4. Got me a 3/4 end mill. Got me a 3/4 end mill. All right, I'm gonna go down here, put me a 1/2 inch hole in there. Let me get me one of these stubby drills. I'm gonna have to order some. I'll tell you that. Center drill, stubby drill, 1/2 inch. Put my indicator back up. All right. A spotting drill. All right, let's move down 3 inches, 562. 3 inches, 562. 15 times. Ain't it? No. 30. 30 revolutions plus 552. Let's go 30 revolutions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That's 3 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 62. Drill. A little bit of oil. I'm going to put some more in there. I'm getting low. Should have slowed that down. Not working with aluminum anymore, Ed. Oh, okay, thank you. Right. Alright, I'm going to slow it down here in a minute and get this out first. And we get my old dirty, rusty up end mill in here. Now, I gotta lower the head. Oh shit, no I ain't either. I gotta do something else. I ain't lowering the head. If I lower the head, I'm gonna lose my spot. No, I can pick it up. I'm better than that. I can pick that up, no problem. I gotta fix something. Okay. I'll lock it down right here. That's how you find your spot on a round column mill when you got to move the head. Alright, we picked up the hole again with the drill that we used. Now we're going to use this 3/4 inch end mill here to put the pocket in there, countersunk for the head to go in. I know you don't have to countersink the heads, you know, on this thing, but what if you got to come over here and clamp down with a clamp over the top of it? You don't want this big head sticking up here or a bolt sticking up in the way. That's the reason why they're down here. Okay? Alright, we're going to touch off here. I'm going to set my 0, my DRO. And what I'm going to do is go down. What is that? What did I say? 1/2 inch? Yeah, I'm going to go down 1/2 inch. Alright, so here we go. A lot of times when you're using the end mill, they'll get a wobble. That's okay. Alright, we're at 11,000. I'm going to have to make up some more. Oh. Okay, let's see if the head disappears. See? Head just right under the top surface. See that? And that's what you want. You know. Okay? Alright. We're going to check and make sure everything fits. Okay? And I'm going to show you what it does. What we're going to use it for. Alright, let me clean out my mill. My mill cleaner outer. Slot cleaner. Many years ago. I had to modify it for this mill. Deburr this over here and drill press both holes, top and bottom. Let's see what I was talking about. Alright, see, I got this surface ground here, square, flat. Now I put this relief in there, here, in case like some small chips or something get behind it, you know, and you clamp it down to your table, small chips or something get up there, that'd be, you know, up on the inside here, not in your way. Or if you got a, let's say for example, you didn't get all the burrs off the metal that you're going to lay up and put up against this, and you don't get all the burrs on it, it's not up against this part, it's down here. You see, I get what I'm getting at? See what I'm getting? You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're going to check and make sure this is going to fit. I wish I could find my other boat. There it is. Alright, let's get you over here, show you what I'm going to do. Alright, I'm going to get you a little closer here. Going to bend you down. Alright, what we're going to do, I'm going to take a T-nut here. Alright, put that in there. Put that over there. There you go. Alright. Another T-nut. I can find one. There it is. All right. It hit it. I got it right on top of it. There you go. Right, so see what I'm saying? Right, what are we doing wrong here? Screw too long? No? Just ain't going in the in here. Oh, I got it. It is too long. The screw's too long. Let's shorten it. Alright. Now. Oh, was it got a D-burr down in there. Let me get that D-burr out. Take it out of here. Had a burr in there, didn't want to let it go in there. There. That'll work. Alright. Let's get we're gonna do it this way, since these mills don't go. They will, but I don't want to do it. You know, these mills don't go all the way back here, so you can mill without touching the table. But see, I got this design to go here. And then my parts stick out there, you know, and sitting on some parallels or something, you know. Here we are. What did I do with that? There it is. I'll stay over here. See, and tighten it down. There you go. See, I can indicate this in from here to here, get it square with the axis, with my x-axis. No, which one is that there? I think it is. I don't forgot how long. I've been doing this 40 years and I don't know anything. I always call it left and right, in and out. Okay, in and out. And get that square, so that when I take apart a metal, and I've already machined one side square, I can lay it here and use the inside of the end mill and square that side, flip it around, square that side, flip it around, square that side. Alright, and I got it done. That's what I like about these things. I can put it here, put it there, wherever I wanted to go with it. Now I could have left it there, but I could have lifted it up. But the problem is when I go here, now I don't want to touch that. I want my part to sit off here. Let's say for an example, I can just be still here. I can set it up, do it like that, to where it's up here, past my part. And I can mill it down to size. See what I'm saying? I can set that up there like that and take it down to size. Yeah, I can set it over here like this and just come in and mill that square, this square, that square, and this square. Then okay? Now I ain't got nothing to worry about. Hey, that's gonna be the end. That's the end of this jig that I make so I can square up parts on the mill. Okay? Right, so that's gonna be the end of that. We're gonna end it in this video right here.